Hello, hello, my lovely guardians. Okay, so we are going into the jungle as Nunu, and the reason why I chose Nunu because we have a mid that she's fairly dominant in the early and mid. And then she does fall off in the... She does fall off a bit in the late game, but her charm is pretty powerful when still taking command of a situation. The charm is a pretty big deal to CC. Whenever a champion, in my opinion, whenever a champion does not spike in the late game, if they have some kind of utility that allows for a bind, a CC, a charm, anything to disable the enemy for a few moments, that is a great way to control a team fight or to gain an advantage in initiation. So someone throws a charm on somebody, that kind of says, hey, everybody pile on. We have a Tristana late game, and then we have a Sona in the lane who's going to harass. And so, I think bot lane's gonna be okay because they've got good harass that's gonna come from the Sona, and all Tristana do is he just has to push the lane and do damage on the turret. And on their team, so yeah, so I'm not worried about top, I'm not worried about bottom, because they'll be fine. Mid, I'm slightly concerned about. Okay, they burn some flashes. I think bot burned, well, whatever. Bot burned some flashes. Oh, yeah, Soraka did Soraka did use the flash, okay. Let's see. So yeah, we're going to... The best way to stop the Evelynne from getting her spike in the mid-game, like, they have a lot of mid-game strength. We have... one mid-game strength and a Sona support for slight mid-game strength, but that's really not going to cut it in terms of the mid-game. Alright, I didn't really need help to do that, but people feel inclined to do that. And what can I say in response to that? Oh? You can never say that. Okay, one of the new things about Eve is you're able to see where she's coming from. Because she doesn't have her, okay. She actually has not even touch this. This is risky. Alright, we're just gonna smash it. Alright. And on we go. I don't know what's going on with the Evelynne. She could be stealing my stuff. That is a possibility. That is a pretty reasonable possibility. Clean that up. Eat it up. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, my red's still here. Sometimes you wonder. Alright, so I'm going to consume. I was gonna say I was gonna smite too, but my smite was not up yet. So far we're making good. Nobody has seen Evelynne at all on the maps. It might be that she's not even in the game. There she is. Okay, that wasn't really even necessary. Our Evelynne was alright, gonna pull this into the bush. I would have loved to given that to Ari, but her skills are not what I had hoped for. Alright, we're gonna go back. Now, Windrake is not the best of drakes. We're gonna get Balmy Cinder. We're gonna get that. We'll get 2 of those, actually. We'll head out. Clean this up, nice experience. Alright, so we're gonna ward this side. And we're gonna take care of this. Alright, so I just saw Evelynne. Okay, she got that. So we have an idea where Evelynne is. I'm not sure, but okay, yeah. Evelynne could have been the one to place down that initial ward. Alright. So I'm gonna see if we can clear anything out of here. Okay, I don't see an Evelynne down here. But there is an Evelynne coming. Hey! That's why you don't compete with a Nunu when you're trying to steal. I'm gonna hit that. Just showcase the area. Because there's people. The Soraka was topside. Okay. So it's just the Soraka? Oh, there was a ward right there. What are they doing warding me? Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so Evelynne is still level 4. She's pretty under she's pretty under leveled. We're gonna get Scuttles here. Thanks, buddy. We're just gonna check, okay. And we'll do a little check over here. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna start dragging, because, a little too risky. It's getting to the point where, their damage... Oh, wow. Another one. Their damage spikes is ready right now. They have quite the ability to do some damage right now. Because they are... See, what level is... Okay, she is 6. But she was spotted out by the ward here. Wards will now spot out, Evelynne. But with Evelynne bot's side, I can try to, throw this back over there. Okay. Evelynne will look for a kill from Ari, but hopefully not find it. Alright, there we go. I was just thinking if he had thrown a sapling. If he had thrown a sapling in that bush, he could have gotten the ward. Alright, I'm gonna take that away. Gonna eat this up. Because right now, this is Evelynne's time to shine right now. That was pretty interesting. She didn't see that. So we're gonna hang around here for a little bit. Alright, we're gonna snag up our experience. We're not gonna push the lane any further than that. So far the game looks good, even though we are behind in okay, nope. We are a bit behind, but bot lane will be coming out to play. All right, so we're already level 9 compared to Evelynne's 36 CS and level... Evelynne's gonna try to hop on her. Kind of checking things out on the map. But yeah, Evelynne, you really want to try and you really do want to try to influence the mid game with Evelynne. If you don't, it's a rough one. Alright, gonna snag up Scuttles here. Oh, looks like Evelynne went for top. Alright, I'm gonna try to Trap Mr. Maokai here. Alright, we're just going to freeze this. Yeah, that's all we're gonna do. Freeze it. Okay, so a double kill for the bot lane. Alright. Our bot lane nearly got their turret, I believe. My red is about to be up. And we're getting close to 15 minutes. He needs to be careful. Yeah, there they come. I want to give this to Ari, but so Tristana is going to be doing her own thing currently. It's going to steal one of those for some health. Alright, Tristana is forcing them, or forcing their hand rather. Alright, made it over, but that won't make any bit of a difference. Alright, that's okay. Cinder Hulk, we're gonna go for Spirit Visage because the mainstay of the damage is gonna be magic. You get that. And Tristan is actually gonna go kill that. At least try to. So even though that fight went badly for us, that wasn't that bad. Because we lost no turrets. They did get Rift Herald. But now we just have to figure out because now the Alright, I'm looking at 680. Right. Okay. Getting a little crazy down there. Need to remember what we're doing. Hey, alright. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, I think we've stayed a little too. Okay. Maybe if someone has teleport. Alright, that's fine with me. Gonna scan the area. Maokai looks like he's going to get this bullet here. Snag it. Now we were alright, I'll be able to get away. They'll get that, but that's all they're gonna get. Yeah, I'll have to go around. Right. Speed up our buddy here. Don't need a lot to start this up. I'll speed Tom Kench up. We'll take this down pretty darn quickly. Evelynne is not dead, so 720 is what we needed to beat up our guy. And we step on out. Don't worry about what Tristana's doing. Alright, so I'm thinking some of that, and now we're gonna get some armor. Wow, they are pretty crazy. Okay, so bot lane is pushing. Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, they got that handle. And now we just, we just take care of, Alright. We got a bolt, though. We got a bolt, buddy. Did we get it? Ah, it was close. It was close. And I'll just heal up the damage. Gotta love Nunu. Oh. And I'll just heal up the damage. Alright, I'm looking at 760. Yum yum. Just gonna steal away there. All right. Speed up one of our little backline guys. Now we can finally take this. And Baron is 2 minutes or so, so we should just reset. I'm just gonna reset. Good job. And I'm out. Gonna get that. They're really hanging in there, man. Right. So now we're gonna farm up. Yeah, our team hung out a little long there. But as long as you as an individual realize this, then it makes quite a bit of difference. Just kind of corralling. All right. Speed up our buddy here. Slow down this guy here. Alright, we should be able to end the game now. Easy peasy, boys. Oh no, our Tristana. Alright, so we're just gonna get this down here, and then Baron is gonna be next. We're just gonna corral a bit, but we do need to leave. Alright, we can go safely through a Baron. Oh, here we go. We'll be alright. Should be alright. I guess we'll hit this anyway. Yeah. Alright, that didn't work so well. Tristana's not with us. Okay. Now they do have to worry about stuff coming into their base. We have vision on them. So I can just flash over here. Aw, that's a bummer. I couldn't steal it. Try to. That wasn't too bad. Let's get a dragon. Alright, so they did a pretty good job with getting the Baron. But our guys, making some simple mistakes. 900 damage. Alright. Steal away the big guy. Steal away that guy. He likes getting that free damage off on me. But Tristana likes to that's not good. I'm probably dead. Oh, nice. Kenchman. Alright, I'm going to go back to base, and what should we get? Caitlyn's doing a lot of damage. Okay, so we're gonna get more armor. There we go. Position ourselves so we can. Okay, this is not good for us. Alright, I'm dead. Okay. Some interesting. Alright, Sona's fallen off. Tristana is often out of yeah. get that item next. But yeah, I think our team, I'm not sure that they're fully into trying to win. But, because the Tristana, Tristana is often getting herself into a situation where the Eve is just able to pick her out. And we have the late game. We're just gonna clear some minions here. Okay, the Kench is gonna goof around a little bit. They're gonna go for top tower, I believe. Continue pushing the wave here. Alright, I'm gonna go back, get my item. But yeah, one of the things that Tristana is doing this game is farming by herself. Okay, they wasted some nice stuff. Need to protect the Tristana. Gonna get her item. Try to keep our Tristana. Where's our Tristana? Yeah, that guy heals way too much. Yeah, the Maokai just heals all day. So the Maokai really, like, he carried the game. And a lot of mistakes were done by our team that were very not necessary. But I was impressed by the fact that they had a pretty good late game. However, our late game, we had good late game, but they weren't thinking correctly. We're gonna give this, it's not gonna go to anybody. So yeah, we did a fair, wasn't comeback. It was a lack of general understanding of the game. Please don't attempt to grief. All right, so we will talk a little bit about what took place this game. The Tristana was getting caught out by the Evelynne. There's no reason why Tristana should be out by himself, and I want to give the Evelynne some notoriety. She had the capacity to keep killing the Tristana, and she's got Hextech Proto Belt, Leandry's Torment. Now, I was thinking about this item for her, for myself, because it adds health, and it adds ability power, and it'll armor penetration, and it does a lot of damage. Hextech Proto Belt is another item that's a little bursty. It propels you forward or back, just in case you need to readjust yourself quickly. Lichbane, I have to get used to how Lichbane works for myself, because the way that I play Evelynne is not so much like an assassin, but more like a team fighty person, and getting auto attacks and trying to do that kind of thing with Evelynne is difficult. One of the things that I think about is if Tristana is approached by an Evelynne, wouldn't you just rock it out or something like that? So it's a little mysterious as to, first, why Tristana chose to farm the lanes by himself. Secondly, strange why the Sona chose not to stick with the Tristana, and Sona sadly was falling off hard in the late game. I'm not sure. Our bot lane didn't do as well as I'd hoped. And that really has to do with general understanding the game and general mechanics of the game. You can't get upset with the fact that other people on the other team know how to play better. You can make mistakes, and if you realize the reason why those mistakes occurred, you're going to actually get better. And in some cases, you just can't win a game, and it's really based off, like I said, general understanding of the game. I was asking to do Baron, and then they continued to skirmish, and that put us back a bit. When we had map presence, we did not need to engage in a fight. There was something with the Ahri, there was something with the Tristana, and I believe the Sona. Their mind processes were telling them that they could engage in such a way that they could continue to skirmish. But that's not the way that you should go. That's not the way that you should fight this battle. They have a Soraka. They've got plenty of heals. Caitlyn knew what she was doing. And the Maokai knew what she was doing. And yeah, I think all of their team really knew what they were doing. Maybe Syndra. I think Syndra didn't know how to integrate into the late game as much as the entire team. But the great thing about Soraka, if you're not good with Soraka, all you do is heal all day. It doesn't take a genius to hit the heal button. Hit your W, I believe. Or maybe, I think it's your W. But, and then the Maokai was the biggest difference in the extension of team fights, because he was tough to get away. He's tough to get, cling. He clings onto you, and you have such a tough time getting away from him. So there's a lot of times where we did not need to skirmish. We put ourselves more behind, and so yeah, there's tons of things in the general understanding of the game that our team did not take seriously. The fact of the matter is, they wanted to pit themselves against the other team without really thinking about whether they should or not. And I think that's one of the confusing things about the League of Legends. A lot of people, they just want to have fun with a champion, but then in the end, it's like, think about where you are. And if people want to act goofy, that's fine. But ranked is supposed to be this mode where people have sort of grown out of that phase of trying things out, but that's just not the case. I would say, I want to say almost 40, maybe 35% of the time, you're going to get people that really don't want to improve, or that currently they don't want to improve. And I really felt like that from the Tristana. The Tristana was not, you know, she was doing things that were, I mean, they should be done in any league, but like bronze league stuff, where she was just farming the lane by herself. And I believe Tristana was killed several times by the Evelynne. It's like, what exactly do you expect to happen? But then again, whoever is playing the Tristana, they don't really care. They don't care to get better. Not at this stage. They'll get better at their own pace. But however they got to this elo is unfortunate, because it makes the rest of us look like, you know, that we tried, that we used our analytical skills to get this far ahead, and then we meet someone that is just, you know, not being sportsmanlike, not doing their best, or or somehow got sent to this elo in some farce or something like that, where they don't deserve to be in the elo. But it happens. That's what you deal with, and you can learn from it. There are matches that you will play like this, where people are not playing well, but if you can develop your skills as a player in the general sense, in the general outlook of the game, you'll do things that can push other people to get to your win, and maybe other people will realize their own faults. But anyway, let's do some itemization. Cinder Hulk is my first item. Perfectly fine. Spirit Visage. This is to protect against the Evelynne and other magic dealers, like Malachi does some magic damage, and Syndra does magic damage. So I wanted to get this item first and foremost, even though Caitlyn was hitting me hard, or hit me fairly well, but I can also heal off the passive here. So this was an excellent item in my opinion. Mercury Treads to get so many stuns and charms were coming from these guys, so that's an excellent boots to get. Thorn Mails just to stack on that armor and some health coming from the Caitlyn, because she was eventually doing some damage, and she's got something to, if I had, well, that, yeah, Last Whipper, 35%, almost down, okay, so Lord's Diamond Regards will, be useful when it's versus champions that have a lot of health. I decided to go for a Thorn Mail to try to, in my opinion, take a little more damage from the Caitlyn, because she's got an item that really targets health. The more health that I have, the more damage she's gonna do. But I probably hit, I'm not sure if I hit that health cap though, but I probably did at this point. But Thorn Mail seemed like a solid item. But Randuin's Omen might have also seemed like a pretty satisfactory item. But she's only got Infinity Edge. But she does have Rapid Fire Cannon too. So she's doing about 50% critical strikes. So Randuin's Omen would also have been a good idea. The Tristana, you've got Infinity Edge, you've got Static Shiv, which I would get, and in addition to Rapid Fire Cannon. So she does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, the damage is at the helm of someone who does not know how to wield the gun. But that can be adjusted. If you can coax people to do something in game correctly, they will use that damage productively instead of go by themselves and do stuff by themselves. The Sona's got the Sona, I don't think did very, you see, like Sona, she did not do very well in the early game, and that as Sona, you kind of dominate that. You really have to push like the early game, but I can see where they could survive off the early game because of the Soraka. So I think their bot lane played better than our bot lane, and for the most part, because of how Tristana was acting, because of, you know, it would have taken much more than our late game strength to get ahead, because our people just were too misinformed. We would have to have, a specific set of circumstances and fights, where we would get ahead. And we were doing pretty well until the last couple of skirmishes and the initial fight, because Maokai was doing so much damage. And I mean, I don't think she was doing a fair amount of damage, but she's only going to be really there to try to assassinate. She's got horrible CS, and she's far past her spike. So all she can do is assist and hope to get a kill. But yeah. So we'll get into that a little further. She's got Sona's got Ardent Sensor. All these items are perfectly fine. Mikhail's Crucible and Redemption. So Mikhail's Crucible is to get a bind or whatever off of Tristana. I think that's great. But I think it looks like she's going for an AP item. I think at some point she needs to get items that are going to keep her alive, because she was way too squishy late part. The poor Tom Ken, she was trying to set plays up. He's trying to tank all that damage, but it was for naught, man. I thought the Tom Kench would have been great, but we were just outshined by the general understanding or the general mechanics of the other team. You can have all the firepower in the world, but if you don't know how to shoot the gun, it's not gonna work out for you. And then Ari was took Ignite as an aggressive, and she was not that successful. So basically, it was a farming and a slight trading lane for Ari, and it helped her out by clearing some wards. So Ari wasn't particularly useful in her laning phase and her spike. She spikes in the mid game, and she can, roam and try to make other things happen, but that just never happened. So Syndra effectively was ahead, and looking at the KDA, she was not doing too bad. So overall, their bot lane won, but it's a little more subtly. The Syndra, she got ahead, and their jungler was taking advantage of the fact that Tristana decided to play like a bronze player. And the Maokai just was a great engager. Yeah, so I feel like we both have comparable setups, but they really have more of a sticky setup with Maokai. Maokai can really get in there and stick to people, and all they have to do is target someone who he's stuck to. Now Tom Kench can do the same thing. It's a little different, but all the times I was thinking I'm gonna speed up Tristana, and Tristana, well, I would think she would have the range to do some damage, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that Tristana. She was just putting herself in situation after situation where she shouldn't have been, and the team overall, the number of people were skirmishing when there's no need to skirmish. So there was a point in the game where we were ahead, and I was thinking, well, we're ahead now. Late game, we're just going to be unstoppable. But our team really did not know how to handle the late game. And once the structure of the mid into the late game, once it heads into that late game, their heads are empty. Like, what do we do? Let's just farm a lane until the Evelynne kills us. All right, so who have I talked about? Soraka's got Soraka. That's interesting. She's got some Spirit Visage. Really not. I'm a little curious as to why she's got that. She doesn't really need it. She's got Redemption. I mean, Spirit Visage will give her some cooldown reduction, to give her some health. I mean, it's okay for her. Increase all healing received by 30%. So the only you only get the passive if you receive it. So this is a little goofy. It's going to protect her against Sona and Ari, but doesn't really help the mainstay of their damage. So I think this is a bit of an item issue here. I understand if she's trying to top off on her health, so there's still good things about Spirit Visage that's going to help her have some more survivability. The health is most likely the issue, which will keep her surviving. The Caitlyn's got Mercurial Scimitar to deal with the binds. Got Infinity Edge. She's doing she's doing 50% critical. She's doing lots of damage, but every time she tried to hit me, she did not do well. And every time when I tried to initiate, I really didn't do a whole lot. And Maokai broke my Maokai was breaking my my ultimate, so just ending it really quickly. So me trying to ultimate in all of those guys, she has some magic resist. She has magic resist. She does not. She does not. And he has magic resist. All these guys have magic resist, and I think that went to the fact that I couldn't do a lot of damage. I think it could be that a little magic resist goes a long way with when you're fighting against a Nunu and the ultimate. But I thought our team had a better chance, but we just couldn't make it happen. And the Maokai is ahead, and they had lots of ways. Maokai was getting in there with Righteous Glory and just tearing things up. So he was a great initiate. And initiating is clunky, a little it's definitely clunky when it comes to Nunu, because basically you have to pile on in there. Everybody's gonna have to blow their flash if they're not in the ultimate, and everyone's gonna have to be on board. But with all of this health, it is tough to take down these guys. So I really should have well, I should have concentrated more so on Baron, Dragon, Wards, and really pinged my team to get away from all fights, because it's a little it's dangerous when you got champions that have Liandry's Torment, because you are not going to kill them right away. You're not going to chunk them as much as you want to, because of that health pool that they have. And even she has some survivability with magic damage with Mercurial Scimitar. Alright guys, so initially how I should really have pinged my team to stay away, and we really should have looked towards getting Barons and, you know, getting Dragons and just destroying the base and avoiding fighting at all costs. And that's what I need to realize, so I can tell my team that once a bunch of Liandrys start popping up, a bunch of items that are gonna apply, you know, the ability to save their people, give them more longevity to live, and that makes trying to pummel them so much harder. So they had much more sustain than I realized. And hopefully I'll be able to catch that next time. Because usually, I mean, it's a little confusing when you have champions that are carries and they end up taking items that make them a little more healthy. And again, I need to pay attention to itemization in game, so I can say, okay, these guys have got some health. We should really approach the situation differently, because he's got health, he'll survive. She has some survivability, but barely. any health. Like, no health. She's squishy beyond belief. And then Sona is squishy beyond belief. Squishy, squishy, squishy. And then I'm not squishy, but that doesn't matter. Because they're going to be going for other people. So, next time, look out for that extra health on the enemy's carries, and really think about how to use your abilities to the best, because with Nunu you can really secure the barons and the dragons, and if we can just use that to push the base, we can destroy the base so much easier than we can destroy their team, and then that's how we should have won, and that's how you win safely, and especially in this situation. All right, guys. Hoped I learned something today, because I certainly approached the situation incorrectly with all their health items and their survivability just through the roof. And I hope you learned something today, guys, and maybe even had fun. Ho-ho! Ho-ho! All right, guys. I will see you later. This is Arch, and I'm signing out. Hi-yo!